Hello friends, I am Shinde from RBNB college. Now we are going to start the topic plant tissue and anatomy. The first of all discuss about the tissue. What is the tissue? Tissue means it is a group of cells, and this group of cells having a similar functions and origin structure. This tissue means generally this tissue it is called group of cells. Now this group of cell is called the tissue. The first one, the cell division. Now the cell division. Cell division means one cell is divided two daughter cells. Means the mitotic and meiotic cell division takes place in plants. Now this mitotic cell division takes place in the specific region like the meristematic region. Now this cell division means the dividation of cells, and now this cell divide, later these cells are found in the groups. Now this group of cells it is called the tissue. Later the tissue they can form the organs, and later the formation of the organisms. Means the tissue is very important. Now in this video we shall discuss about the different types of the tissues and the anatomy. The anatomy means the study of internal structure of plants. It is including the anatomy. Means the internal structure is seen later for the study of the transverse section of stem, roots, leaves, that time showing the internal part of the plant body, and they can show that these different part like the different tissues are present inside the stem or root or leaves. Now these different types of the tissues means these plant cells is found the meristematic tissues. Now the first of all discuss the types of the tissue. Now there are two types of the tissues are present in plant body: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. The first of all discussing the meristematic tissues. The firstly, this meristematic tissue, there are several characters of the meristematic tissue. And this tissue is divided or the formation of the cells. Means this meristematic tissue is present at the apical region of the plant body. In the growing region, meristematic region, these tissues are formed. Now this meristematic tissue, the structure of this meristematic tissue, it is a polyhedral or isodiametric cells. This meristematic tissue is a polyhedral structure. These meristematic tissues, they are compactly arranged cells. These cells are compactly arranged. In these cells, they are without intercellular spaces. Means these cells they are jointed with each other. The absence of intercellular spaces in between these cells. The structure of this meristematic tissue is a polyhedral or isodiametric cells, and these cells without intercellular spaces. Means the intercellular space is absent in these tissues. Now this cell wall of this tissue is thin. This cell wall is a cell wall, and this cell wall is a thin layered elastic. The cell wall is a thin and elastic. Now this cell wall it is composed by cellulose. Means this cell wall is made up of the cellulosic material. Cellulose is found in this cell wall, and inside of this cell there are present the protoplasm. There are found the cytoplasm or protoplasm it contains inside of this meristematic region or meristematic cell, and central this distinct nucleus is found in this cell. Now these are the meristematic cells. It is polyhedral shape and isodiametric cells, and inside of these cells present the distinct nucleus, and the dense cytoplasmic contents is present in this meristematic cell. Also vacuoles are also found in these cells. This is a structure of the meristematic cells. There are some meristematic cells. In this meristem is classified into three types of the meristem. Now the meristem is their origin. It is one of the first. It is a meristem is based on their origin. Also meristem is classified on there are origin means the pro-meristem or primary meristem, secondary meristem. These are the different type of the meristems. In the structure of meristem is seen it is a hexagonal structure and it is found the distinct nucleus. Now this is the meristematic cells. Now the next one, permanent cells or permanent tissue. There are two types of the permanent tissues, the complex permanent tissues and simple permanent tissues. Now the simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissues. These are the two types of the permanent tissues. The first one, simple permanent tissue. Now in this tissue it is included the parenchyma cells, parenchyma tissues, simple permanent tissues like the parenchyma. Second type of the tissue, collenchyma, and third type of the tissue, sclerenchyma. Now these are the three types of the simple permanent tissue. It is also present in the plants. Now there are various shape and structure of these tissues. Now next one, permanent tissue. In plant body it is found the complex permanent tissue. This complex permanent tissues is included the xylem and phloem. Now these are the important tissues are present in the plant body and showing the important function. These complex permanent tissues, like the first one, xylem, and second type of the tissue is phloem. It is a two important permanent tissues. Now this important function of this tissue, this xylem, it is provide the conduction of the waters to all part of the plant body. Means this tissue is main function of this tissue is they can provide or conduct the water from different part. Conduction of water. This is the most important function of this tissue, xylem. And other tissue is complex permanent tissue is found in plants. It is a phloem. Now this phloem is most important for conduction of food. It is a two important tissues present in the plants. Now the first one, meristematic tissue. This meristematic tissue is most important for after the cell division. Now these cells showing the high rate of the multiplication. Now this meristematic tissue is very important, and this meristematic tissue is found in the apical region of the plant body. Means this position of this meristem, this according to the position of the meristem, it is found in the apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Now these are the three types of the meristem. This apical meristem. Now this apical meristem is found in at the root and shoot region of the plant body. The intercalary meristem, it is found in between the internodes. Now this apical meristem, this structure of the meristematic tissue on their position, the location of the meristematic tissue in plant body, it is also found in the tip region. Now this meristem, it is called the apical meristem. apical meristem. Now the second region, this region, it is found the intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem. And third type of the meristem, it is a lateral meristem, and this meristem is present in the bark of the plant body, bark cell or cork cell, and this meristem is called the lateral meristem. According to the position of the meristem, they can classify into three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Now the position of the apical meristem, it is found in the apical region. In the growing region, the multiplication of cells, the cell division, it takes place in this part, and this is called the apical meristem. It is most important for the growth of the plant body. Now the intercalary meristem, it is found in the internodal region, and it is most important for the elongation of the stem, increase the height of the stems. And now this lateral meristem, it is found in the cork cell or bark cell. It is an important function for the protection, or also is in meristematic region, means the fascicular bundles is found in this region. Now these are the three types of the meristem: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Now in this video we shall discuss about the meristem and their characteristics of the meristem and types of the meristem in short, and also the complex, these permanent tissues, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Now this simple permanent tissue showing the parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, and this complex permanent tissue, there are xylem and phloems. Now stop here.